What's up, fight fans? I am Lion Roy, you don't know. So, in preparation for October 15th, I've put together a training camp, as you guys have already seen, and I wanted to give you guys an inside look into some of the things I'm doing to prepare. But first, y'all smash that like button and share the video. And if you'd like to support, you can head on over to thefocusballs.com, cop yourself a focus ball, and take your striking game to the next level. When you don't have a sparring partner, training with a focus ball is certainly a good option. All right, so like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. My training camp for this, in preparation for this fight, is fairly limited because my time is also limited. At this point in time, working two jobs, and being a father and all, I certainly just don't have as much time to indulge in my workout and to go to the gym. And at this point, I don't really have any sparring partners. My main sparring partner, who I used to train with, I'm just gonna say, but I don't train with him anymore. And I've been looking for a new gym. But in the meantime, I'm simply I work in a gym, so I'm gonna get my strength and conditioning workout in the morning and work technique, really refine my technique the best that I can. And then when it's time, go to a kickboxing gym and get my sparring in. I am a coach myself. I'm a trainer myself, so I know how to prepare an athlete for competition. That's what I do. I know how to prepare athletes, injured people. I know all of that, so I can certainly build my own program and follow it. But I'm using the focus balls, the heavy bags, the focus ball, and the cobra bag in absence of someone holding mitts for me. But in truth, like, mitt holding wasn't really a thing in old school boxing. That's actually a new thing. It's fairly new. It came from Muay Thai. So old boxers didn't train with mitts. They shadow boxed. Shadow box and cardio. Really what you need for boxing, you need sparring, because that's the most realistic thing. You need to spar. That's sport-specific training. But you also need to get your body in shape overall, just to have basic strength, to build up your base strength, to build up your power, the power in your legs, things that won't come from just boxing. That's where strength and conditioning comes in. So a strength and conditioning routine, which I'm about to show it to you. At this point in time, I'm training only 4 days a week with strength and conditioning, because it's a year post-surgery, and even with cardio and certain things, I can't do too much of, because what's prevented me from fighting is injuries. So I want to stay as injury-free this camp as possible, right? So I've limited my training to 4 days a week and have more rest days so I can recover. But when I do train, my training consists of, if you haven't seen my building a training camp video, it's strength and conditioning on an empty stomach early in the morning. And strength and conditioning is basically building, strength and conditioning is broken down into upper body and lower body, building up the power in my legs, the explosiveness, as well as building up my upper body. Pre-surgery, before I stopped training, I was able to do muscle ups and all that. But in preparation for the surgery, because I didn't want the hernia to get worse, I stopped working out for like over a year, well over a year, and then COVID, and then just all that stuff. My pull-ups went down. I can't even do muscle-ups anymore. Can barely do 100 push-ups. Planks, a minute was nothing for me, but now it's difficult. So I'm building up my basic strength. my overall ability to control my body. I'm building that up from my strength and conditioning routine. Then after my strength and conditioning routine also has the added effect of helping me to cut weight, helping me to thin out my muscle because I'm not feeding them, right? So it allows me to bring my weight down. Additionally, after I'm done with my strength and conditioning, I usually go do some technical work. And that's broken down into 2 days. Oh, back to strength and conditioning. So it's broken down into 2 days, upper and lower body. And then I repeat those 2 days. So I'm doing the same 2 workouts twice a week. And the reason for that is anything you want to get better at, you have to do it more than once a week. So I do upper body twice a week, lower body twice a week. And fairly the same exercise, but maybe a little bit more, but I really go by feeling, you know? But I work out so intense that I definitely can't touch that body part until 2, 3 days later anyway, you know? So more rest, less injuries helps me to be able to do it more often and consistently. All right, so I'm gonna get through this camp, no injuries, God willing, Yah willing. So with that in mind, after my strength and conditioning, it's some technique work, and I have two versions. I have technical conditioning, which is how much of the techniques I can do. Like I'll throw 300 punches, 300 jabs, 300 cross, 300 1, 2, 3, 300 hooks each hand, 100 kicks, 100 ground kicks, 100 back kicks, 100. So it's really doing those. It's how often can I do my technique? How often am I conditioned to do my technique? Because you could have the best kick in the world, the best 1-2 setup combo, but if you do it and then you're tired right after the move, then what's the point? You know? You need to be able to do your moves over and over and over and over without it taking too much from you. So I practice throwing a bunch of kicks, a bunch of punches, and see what my limit is per round. How much of these can I do per round? And that's technical conditioning. Then there is reflexive conditioning, which is where I work with the FocusBall and the Cobra bag, and I do things a little slower, and I just try to perfect my technique, like how I do it. Am I keeping my hands up when I do the technique? So I just rehearse certain techniques. And because I don't have someone to hold mitts for me, using the FocusBall and the Cobra bag is certainly a good option, right? Then after that, I'll go for a run. You can't compete in combat sports and not do cardio. So I do my cardio after my strength conditioning and after my technique training, right? And then I'll run for half an hour. So for my upper body conditioning day, I have to work obviously my upper body, but also my core. And for my core, I'm doing 3-minute planks. Yeah, I think that's what I'm up to now. 3 minutes, holding a plank for 3 minutes, throwing punches, doing side planks, but just staying there a total of 3 minutes. Then work on the obliques with cable chops or wood chops, whatever you want to call them. If you can get an axe and chop some wood, that would probably be better. But if you don't, you can do this one in slow motion. Really good for working on your core strength, core stability, and overall being able to generate punches in your generate power in your rotation, which translates to your punches. Then we add some windshield wipers to that. This is also it's also another high level exercise that's real good for building core strength. Then I have a routine specifically for my upper back, because when we look at TV screens, phones, computer screens, it ruins our posture. And I've noticed that my posture, my upper back is rounding a lot, and it causes my chin to stick forward, and that's not something you want. As a fighter, you definitely want good posture. You don't want your cervical to be misaligned, because that does interfere with your reflexes, so to speak. So good posture certainly helps, and these exercises are more for building the strength in my back, upper back muscles, to keep my neck and my shoulders from rounding forward, which a lot of boxing training does cause. Then, of course, for back, you got to throw in some pull-ups. I know I'm getting ready for a kickboxing match, but the reason I'm doing pull-ups is because I was so much stronger before my past injury. You know, I was able to do muscle-ups. Now I can barely do 10 pull-ups. And yeah. So after I finished my strength and conditioning, I think there's missing footage actually, because I worked on my chest. I did push-ups and a few other things. But after doing my strength and conditioning, I work on my technique, refine my technique on a FocusBall. I just go through like the whole book of techniques and practice every single techniques, practice setting up my shots and all that good stuff, practice going to the body, to the head, and so on and so forth, and then adding kicks to it. When you can't do what you want, you do what you can. And at this point, I don't have the training partners, and I've created a goal for myself. I'm showing up to that fight ready or not, so better get ready, because it's coming, right? So I'm forcing myself into it, and I'm gonna have to do whatever I can. So for leg day, I got a makeshift sled. I just put some weights on a bench and run that bitch. Let's go as fast as I can. Yeah, it's actually real good for building glute strength, calf strength, explosiveness. It just quads too, explosiveness in your legs overall. Now, whatever you do to the front, you gotta do to the back. So at the start of this camp, I was able to deadlift a lot more than that. And I was deadlifting definitely over 300 pounds, like 350, 365. But I've been feeling some post-surgery pains. So I decided to stop with the powerlifting and instead just go lightweight and go slow, controlled repetition. All right? So I do these for a couple rounds and then add some weighted jumps. So I plan on jumping up in the air and kicking someone in the face, or kicking my opponent in the face, and I've got to work on my hops. Because that's another thing. I don't have the hops that I used to. And of course, whatever you do to the front, you got to do to the back. Right? So hamstring curls, slow motion, is a good way to build up the hamstring strength. And again, this is mostly like muscle training. It's not necessarily conducive to fight training, but it's also preparing my body and keeping my body in balance. You get what I mean? But either way, at the end of my leg day routine, I go for a run. Then during that run, I decided to kind of double up my workout, because I'm supposed to work on my kickboxing and do some cardio. So I figured, while I'm running, why don't I just throw my punches with my run? And here I did 3, 6, 9, 12. I did over 2,000, probably like 3,000 punches, weighted punches. And this is very conducive to fighting, because it helps with my output. It helps with my physical output, how much I can punch. And then after that, I stack my workout with conditioning my kicks. So condition my punches and my kicks, do cardio, and train my legs. So what I'm developing right now is power in my legs, but also developing my heart to be able to power my engine, and whatchamacallit, and my body's ability to execute my moves consistently without getting tired. So admittedly, my training is more athletic than it is technical. Although when I work on the FocusBall, that's very technical. However, sparring is the most sports-specific technical training I can do. And again, mitt work wasn't around back in the days. I don't even think Muhammad Ali hit mitts. A lot of the greats did not hit mitts. So why do I need to hit mitts? You can hit the bag and you can shadow box. I have that. And of course, you want an eye to be there to correct you. I would definitely not advocate for not having a trainer, but when you can't do what you want, do what you can. And at this point, I didn't have a gym or a trainer, but I am a trainer and I work in gyms. So figured I'd get it in while I can. Determination, you'll find a way. You'll make a way, right? So I'm just training my front kicks on this one. Then I'm gonna move on to train my other kicks. And if y'all rockin' with me and wanna support this effort, then hit me up in the Cash App $FocusBall. Or you can head on over to thefocusballs.com and cop yourself a FocusBall and take your striking game to the next level. And don't forget, you can watch the fight in person at AMAZURA, link in the description, get your tickets there. Or if you can't make it to the fight, then you can watch it on Fight Planet TV. Salute to the LDBC. One love, God bless. You don't know, Iron Lion rule. Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the FocusBall. Dramatically improve footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a FocusBall. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a FocusBall. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a FocusBall. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a FocusBall. When you train with the FocusBall, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the FocusBall now.